People, so this shows a massive dust devil.
So a shout out to Logan Melton, who actually shared this video with Matt Standridge, and I have never seen anything like this before. If at first glance I thought this was like a fire extinguisher that was going off, but I saw how high it was going up in the air, and I'm like, what is going on here? What is a dust devil, Matt?
Well, it's literally just a low pressure because it got hot, and low pressure spins. Like, you know, if you took the plug out of the bathtub, you know how there'd be a little same thing, and it's just so hot and dry and dusty because we haven't had any rain. That's one of the most impressive ones I've seen.
I know. Well, and good job. You said it was Logan
Melton.
Melton. Video good job on shooting that.
Yeah.
And it just kind of lasted pretty long, too.
It's crazy how much you had to tilt the phone up because it just kept going.
Yeah, I would have just squinted and drove off. Like, I don't know what's going on over there in Brownsburg, but I'm getting out of here. Yes, I'm getting out of here.
Well, we know we have a lot of dust because we've not had any rain, so we are not happy about that. Definitely not touting it for farms and yards and all vegetation around here. It's been rough.
Yeah, and especially if you have just backyard plants, they need some water too. The sprinklers are probably working overtime because we're not getting it from the sky.
You can tell who has sprinklers and who does not. My lawn does not have sprinklers, and you can tell it's very dry. It's also kind of crusty a little bit, the grass, but it's typical this time of year. It's just extra dry. You know, we could use a little bit of water. We just
I get it.
It's not coming.
Yeah.
I want to show you what we expect all the way through the weekend. The one good news thing about not getting the rainfall is we don't have to worry about all our college football events, the Colts playing again this weekend, and then all the high school football, and then all the soccer games, tennis matches, cross-country meets that we have this weekend. I'll tell you what, cross-country will be very hot this weekend. There's a lot of invitationals across the state on Saturday morning. Geist, the half marathon, that's taking place this weekend too. We have a lot going on, and the heat is spiking. Real quick before we touch on the temperatures and where we're heading, I do want to let you know there is a little bit of patchy fog south of Indianapolis. They're right around Greensburg. We have it in Decatur County. And in Bloomington, it's kind of been on and off. These fog banks kind of roll in over the airport. These are all airport observations, but there in Bloomington, we've been down to 2-mile visibility at times. So we'll probably see a little bit of patchy fog, especially for some of our southern counties this morning. It may spread a little bit to the north and east too, where we have the cooler temperatures. Just watch out for a fog bank every once in a while this morning. It's a cool start, but it's still a fairly comfortable start. High pressure's in control, keeping things quiet. We're looking pretty good. Now, we just had a warm front come on through, and it's actually really lifting to the north now, but we're a little bit warmer today, mid-80s expected. And then another warm front, I think, is going to sweep on through by the weekend. And it's this warm front that'll just kind of add the cherry on top for the heat, because we'll go from 80s and then eventually hit likely some 90s, especially Indianapolis and to the west. Right now, clear. There's a couple high clouds passing by every once in a while. That's about it. But things are pretty quiet out there this morning. We'll stay mainly clear throughout the morning with a lot of 50s. I think Indianapolis, we may hold the 60-degree mark for the next couple of hours, but many of us outside the city, we're in the 50s. By lunch and recess, you're going to start to notice, the teachers are really going to start noticing too, when they're standing out there watching the kids, a little bit hotter today. We'll be right about 80 degrees for lunch and recess, and mid-80s by the time we're headed home. It will be toasty. 85 is the high temperature we're going with today. Yesterday was 83, so you keep see where we're going. We keep adding a couple degrees to the thermometer. This is a look at future track 13. Maybe a few clouds passing by every once in a while, but overall pretty quiet. It's just getting hot. And when I show you the forecast kind of long term, you're going to see more heat on the way as well. Today, you could make it a pool day forecast after school. If you haven't closed down the pool, maybe you close it down because it's been on the cooler side, but summer's coming back, and it's back here for a while. We still have about, I think, 11 days left of summer, and so far those 11 days are looking hot.
Well, NDOT wants to hear from you on some potential projects that are happening inside the downtown loop to make your morning commute probably a little better.
So those improvements would be focused along I-65 and I-70. And today they will be holding their first community conversation to get your feedback